Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Tottenham drive-by with your boy, Adam William-Cahill. I am currently getting myself ready to go on a long weekend away down the countryside in Ireland, which is beautiful. Wexford, the sunny southeast. So forgive me if if this seems a little bit rushed in any way. What am I doing here? I just wanted to get in touch regarding the transfer window for the fact that obviously a lot of people at the moment are, as usual, there's polarity within the community, and some people are saying we're fine, we did the work we needed to do early, and other people are saying we didn't have a, what are they calling it, a signature signing or a statement signing, which I think is mad. I honestly think is mad, and also that we didn't do enough. We didn't sort out the issues that really needed sorting out. And for me, I just don't believe that is the case. I'm in the camp of, if Conte is satisfied, which he seems to be, then we should be happy enough ourselves, especially given the level of performances. Again, I'm not going to go on and on and on about it, but 8 points from 4 games that we lost last season. 8 points where we got 0 last season. It's an improvement. As long as we keep improving, that's the most important thing. But where the transfer window is concerned, look, Richarlison is a statement signing. He's been fantastic since he's been there, and he's only playing a bit part at the moment, coming on for Kulusevski or Sonny, in the 70th minute or whatever. And he's showing what he's capable of doing. Once he opens his account, he's going to be fantastic. In terms of our attacking prospects, as it stands, we were concerned during the last game that the only offensive or creative player that we could bring on was Richarlison, which we did, and there was nobody else there. But what we need to remember is Mora is injured at the moment, but it looks like it's just illness, or he's got a niggle or whatever. It doesn't seem to be something that's going to keep him out for very long. So Mora is still going to be an option off the bench, and as an impact sub, I think Mora can do an awful lot. He's so fast. He buys fouls all the time. And then now we know that because the window is shut and we didn't get another offensive player, Bryan Hill is staying. Now, I don't know about you, but I think Bryan Hill he's got so much potential, and he can do a serious amount of damage if he starts getting used to the Premier League, getting confident enough to be that tricky player, that quick player, that the one who's able to make smart little runs. And I can seriously see him doing some great stuff with Spurs if we give him a chance. I'm not concerned about our forward line at all. When you look at the 2 players for every position, and you've got Son, Kane, Kulusevski, best trio in the whole league, and then as a substitute for each of them, you've got Mora, Hill and Richarlison. Our front line is fine as far as I'm concerned. Everyone was freaking out that we were going in for Dan James as potential cover, and it's like, no, we kept Bryan Hill. I think that's ample rotation power, and yes, that secondary trio are not to the same level as the other 3, but they don't need to be. We're talking rotation. We're not talking about having all 3 of our elite players out and playing Richarlison, Mora and Hill at the same time. You're just talking about giving them a little bit of breathing room so that they only have to put in 60-70 minutes at times, and then someone else can come on and finish out the game. Keep the energy, keep the stamina in their legs. Our front line is fine. Our front line is fine, folks. And in the midfield, again, we wanted to create a midfielder. I understand that. I would have liked to see somebody else come in, because Skip is at the moment way too injury prone. Then we have Bentancur out with a concussion or whatever it was, and Højbjerg looked like he potentially played on with a twisted ankle the other day. I'm a little bit worried about the midfield, but we kept Pape Matar. There's enough players there that we don't need to be overly concerned with the central midfield either. And we like when those players are playing at their best, they're fantastic. Bentancur, Højbjerg, that partnership, very solid. Højbjerg just needs to not switch off like he did in the last game. I do blame him for that goal. But I don't think we have anything to worry about. People are freaking out that we don't have a backup to Eric Dyer. Someone posted a picture recently saying that Lenglet is now going to be the backup to Dyer and Tanganga is going to be the backup to Davis. I don't think Tanganga gets in the team. Certainly not on the left side or in the centre. I think you just rotate those three. Lenglet can cover for Dyer or Davis, depending on the game, whoever you want to rest. And people are going to say Dyer, Davis just not good enough. Well, look, again, you weren't going to improve on every single position in one transfer window. And people need to stop going on about the money. At the end of the day, you don't just buy a ton of players and expect them all to fit together, to gel together, to just be an amazing team. It doesn't work like that. Our back line is solid from the perspective of us. We barely concede goals. We don't. We barely concede goals. We don't get thrashed 3 goals, 4 goals like a lot of other teams. We concede 1 every now and again, and then 2 once in a blue moon. I mean, like, our defence, it has been fairly solid. You can't argue with that, folks. At the end of the day, our back line is not the problem. What we need right now is for the offensive line to get more, to be scoring more than we are conceding. If they're firing on all cylinders, it doesn't matter if we concede 1 goal a match if we're scoring 2, 3, 4. Do you know what I mean? At the moment, our front line are not doing enough, but it's gonna, Sonny he's not the player. His form is off, and again, form is temporary, class is permanent. He will get back to form. They will all get back to form sooner or later. And as long as we keep getting more points in each game than we did last season, it's progress. We will end up in the top 3, and then potentially have the minerals necessary to win a trophy as well. Now, I've talked about the back line in terms of their defensive actions. One thing I would be, that I've heard people complain about, and it's fair comment. That back line are responsible for starting the offensive play, because the distribution comes from the back. We're a team that plays from the back. We don't do long balls. We play out from the back. That is one argument where I'm like, okay, yes, we definitely need to improve in that area. But do you think Conte doesn't know that? There's no way that in training you're seeing these players getting better and better as the weeks go on, especially the defenders. Even Emerson Royal, he's still not doing enough to supply going forward, but defensively he's excellent. He is getting better at carrying the ball. He's getting better at distribution. He's just not where we need him to be just yet, but he is now more than ever. He never used to look up. He never used to look up. He never used to get a cross in. He'd run all the way down to the final third of the pitch and then hold the ball up and delay the play. All the opposition players would get back into their own half, and we've wasted an opportunity. Now Emerson he's looking up and he's crossing the ball. He's getting the ball into the box, and although we haven't seen anything come off from that lately, it's going to be a case of him getting more minutes in, getting more experience, getting the practice is permanent, right? So you as long as he keeps he's getting better every single game at what he's doing. So as long as he's still got the mindset of I need to get the ball to someone in the box, and he's gonna practice, he's gonna get better. We've seen him consistently get better. He's one of the players on the pitch that you can never give out about anymore. You can't. You can't say that he's caused us any problems, that he's done anything other than give us a 6 out of 10 performance at worst. He's constantly improving. So if we can see him improve, I'm sure they're going to work with Davis in terms of his distribution, even though I can see him getting better at that too. Work with Dyer with his distribution. Work with Sanchez with his distribution. And hopefully we have Romero coming back for the next match anyway. So, did we buy as many players as Chelsea? No. Did we buy the players that are making a huge impact now the way that Arsenal are? No. But we have the players that we need to do what we need to do this season. I really believe that. We have the players, and we got them early to be able to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish this season. Top 3 and a trophy. It's on. Believe it. Enjoy the incredible level of where we're at the moment as a team. We have Conte leading us. We have a bench that's not full of dross. We have serious potential to improve transfer window after transfer window on top of what we've already done. Let's be a hopeful, joyous, pleasurable fan base to engage with and be around and support our team, support one another. Let's enjoy where we're at the moment. We're number 3 in the table. We're getting the points on the board, and we've got our hardest run of games now. After Christmas, please God, with no injuries during the World Cup, we will it won't be just grinding out the wins. It'll be the 4-1s, the 5-0s, all that from the end of last season. Believe it, keep hope alive, and I will catch you next time. Bangarang.